Egypt. If you want to talk about ancient Egypt with me, you're going to have to start right here. What are we looking at?
The Mediterranean
This
Sea.
is the Mediterranean Sea, and this is
The Nile.
the Nile River's delta, where she fans out. So you got to understand first and foremost, because I swear, people don't get this.
Why don't they get it?
I don't know. I think it has something to do with the dynamics of the Nile, because after all, the Nile River, hey, come on, has a couple of really big cataract bends, keeps right on going. As you guys learned when you were in like 7th grade, what is it about the Nile River that's the most notable thing? You think that's funny? That ain't the Nile.
Oh, you wrote
This ain't the Nile. This is the goddamn Nile. Keep going. Keep going. Why would I be doing that?
You're trying to emphasize that it's the longest river
In the world.
in the world.
I could be stretching that line all the way down to the cafeteria.
Go for it.
Zach.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're Zach.
you didn't say his name right.
He's got to earn Zach O. He ain't there yet. Zach.
Like you had enough chalk to do it too.
When you look at the Nile River, what is the strangest paradox about this fact that, as you learned in like 7th grade or wherever it was you picked it up, maybe now is the time, I don't know, this is the longest goddamn river on earth. It's over 4,000 miles long. You don't find that to be unusual?
I believe Jesus.
Okay, describe, Zach, describe the landscape, describe the ecosystem right there. Desert. Describe it right here. Desert, here. Desert. Desert. Oh my God. What? What is it? It's a desert. This is a desert. This is a desert. It's a desert. You guys, outside of Antarctica, the Sahara is the largest desert on the earth. It grows the size of Connecticut every single goddamn year.
I should have never
Zach?
started this.
Shh.
This is all my fault.
First thing you need to know about Egypt, Jared, is you don't know anything about Egypt.
Well, I do know a few things.
Hey, you tell me this then. You tell me how it is that the world's longest river can flow through the world's greatest desert.
Well, there's a thing called Jesus.
Greatest desert.
Well, there's a thing called Jesus. I know him very well. And I know his powers. So I'm pretty sure he can do that pretty easily. He's also...
Yeah, so you want to bring Jesus into this? Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I don't mind you doing that, except there'd be one huge problem.
Okay, what's that problem?
Like, when is ancient Egypt?
Oh, it's before Jesus.
Yeah, you see, 2,500
Jesus has a dad.
BC.
His name's Jesus. No, God. His name's God.
No, that's not his name. That's not his name. His name is...
God.
No.
Go.
Mr. Thompson. R.E.
Ra.
Ra.
Okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay, first and foremost, now this is a world history class, so get off your personal bias and your paradigm. There's more than one Son of God. There's like hundreds of them. Okay? First and foremost, I didn't mention Jesus' name. He did. First and foremost, the Egyptian pharaohs, every one of them, Jared, was thought to be the Son of God in the same exact manner that your thought process about Jesus is. And keep in mind that we are looking at 2,500 years before he was born, in 4 BC.
Butt crack.
So I think really you better tone it in.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And we're not going to talk about him. We're going to talk about the ancient Egyptian pharaohs, and we're coming all the way back to my question.
Okay, sorry about that.
I was the geography teacher of this district for years and years and years and years and years, and they finally pulled me out of geography. You know why? They thought that I was damaging the psyche of 7th graders. Can you believe that? No.
No.
Because I was right over there at Old Central Junior High School, and here would be my final examination. That's the Mississippi River, like duh. There's the Missouri River, there's the Mariah, there's the Milk, there's the Yellowstone, there's the Ohio, there's the Cumberland, there's the Tennessee. My final map would look like this. Do you see, Noah? And I would pass it out to all of the sevies in my geography class, and I would have a simple question. Name the rivers. They freaked out. They started to cry. So they moved me to the high school. They thought that would fix it. They made it worse. The reason it made it worse is because I'm the only one who raises these questions. Wonder how can the world's longest river flow through the world's biggest desert? The first time I heard that, I said, wait a minute. There's something wrong here. You bring up Jesus. I got kicked out of Sunday school when I was like 6 years old.
That's awesome. That's
You know what my question was?
What was your
I said, what about the mud?
the mud?
You know, he's telling us about how they scooted across the Red Sea and all that. I said, yeah, well, what about... By the way, that's where they came up with the name. Because Moses and all of the peoples that were fleeing the Egyptians get to the edge of the Red Sea, and it's nothing but water, and they turn around, and the whole Egyptian army is coming at them. It's like, Jesus, what are you going to do next?
They split the Red Sea.
Yeah, but what about the mud?
The mud, when he split the water, then the mud underneath the ocean? Or
Ocean.
Do you think that that's a question that should get a 6-year-old, nice little boy kicked out of Sunday school?
I don't know, were you doing this? Were you like...
No, what about the mud? I did say, well, when they talk about the Nile River, and Mr. Schellenberg in 7th grade geography, Dallas, Oregon, and you don't need to know how long ago that was. But anyway, I did ask him, I said, well, wait a second now. I said, you're saying it's the longest river on the earth? Yes. But it flows through the world's biggest desert? Yes. I said, that can't happen. I even proved it because I went on a search for a desert river. We've got one. It's called the Humboldt River. It flows 262 miles in Nevada, Great Basin National Park, 262 miles.